Welcome to the Strategic Mind tutorial. In this operation, you will learn how to deploy and move your troops, attack the enemy, and be victorious. If you're new to this genre and have not played many turn-based wargames, we advise you to complete all the tutorial operations. You can skip any message by clicking on it with the left mouse button. Units under your command are listed in the Units panel at the bottom of the screen. To the left you can find the mini-map, which will help you to quickly get your bearings in battle. In the Units panel at the bottom of the screen, you can see the unit that is currently selected, the tank. Open its unit info screen by clicking on the highlighted button. The unit info screen contains all the key data about the select. Under the unit picture you can see its strength. Both the unit's health and damage output depend on the strength. The unit's combat parameters are listed at the top right corner. With the mouse over the combat parameter, you will see a hint with a list of all bonuses and penalties. Now click on the highlighted parameter. This is more detailed information on how this parameter. Right under the combat parameters, you can see the unit's equipment panel. In addition, underneath it, you can see the skills panel. There are a number of passive and active skills unique for every unit class. The unit's class is indicated right above its picture. Now close the unit info screen. It is high time for troops deployment. Every operation starts with the deployment phase. Look at the highlighted hex. It is a deployment hex. You can deploy your units only in these hexes. Deploy your infantry in the highlighted hex by clicking on it with your left mouse button. Now deploy the rest of your troops. Great, now your army is ready to do battle. Click on the End Deploy button to begin. In the top left corner of the screen, you can see a list. Above, you can also see a victory progress bar. At the top right corner of the screen, you can find the Command Points button. Command Points are used for troop embarkation on air, naval. To the left, you can find the Prestige button. Prestige is a select the tank by clicking on it with your left. In the bottom right corner of the screen, you can see the Unit Actions panel. To the right in the Unit Actions panel, you can see the Embarkation and Headquarters skills button. The hexes where your unit can move to are highlighted. Now move your tank to the designated hex by clicking on it with the right mouse button. Usually, units can move and attack only once per turn. However, there are a number of exceptions to this rule. Select the infantry unit. As you can see, the infantry has fewer movement points than the tanks. To solve this problem, infantry can be equipped with a truck or armored vehicle. More about it in tutorial part 4, movement and transportation. For now, order your infantry to move into the designated hex. Select the artillery unit and move it to the designated hex. Your troops have moved to an advantageous position and are ready to storm the city on your next turn. Now, your tank can already start firing at the enemy troops. Select the tank unit, move your mouse over the enemy unit, and when you see the cursor change to a target symbol, click on it with the right mouse button. All of your units have finished their turn. Click the End Turn button. Ahead is the city occupied by the enemy troops. Onward! Move your infantry to the designated hex to identify the enemy forces. Select the artillery to make a preliminary bombardment of the enemy positions. Select the infantry unit again and attack the enemy in close combat. Select the tank and finish off the enemy unit. It is time your troops occupy the victory hex. It is marked with a golden color. Congratulations, you have successfully finished the operation. Now in the leftmost column, the central column, the rightmost, you may have noticed that your result is not the best possible one yet. So, you are back in action. You have a couple more turns left to deal with these issues. As always, select the artillery and attack the enemy. Now proceed in a similar manner with your infantry and tank. All enemy units are defeated. Capture the hex where the enemy headquarters were located. Brilliant. Click on the victory progress bar, and as you can see,
World War I morphed into civil war. The newborn communist state had to defeat its enemies or die. The communists survived this deadly struggle, and the Soviet Union was able to raise its head among the nations.
Comrade Rokossovsky, I have always considered you a very talented officer.
Thank you for your trust, Comrade Voroshilov.
Until recently, I was planning to promote you to ComCorps rank.
Why did you change your mind, Comrade Voroshilov?
Our ever-vigilant state security has uncovered some horrific facts about you, comrade.
You have been spying for both Japan and Poland. I have signed confessions from traitors to the state that prove it. Confess your crimes.
What is this nonsense? I served the Soviet Union faithfully and honorably.
You can lie to your cellmates, Rokossovsky. You are under arrest. The punishment for high treason is death. Rokossovsky, this is your last chance. Tell us who else was in on this conspiracy of yours.
I am innocent. I am not going to falsely accuse my comrades.
You have only to sign this confession to avoid the worst consequences. Well, if you are not with us, then you are against us. Let it be on your head. Ready? Aim! Fire!
Comrade Zhukov, I have always considered you a very talented officer.
Thank you, Comrade Voroshilov.
These are troublesome times. The Motherland needs more such exemplary officers.
Unfortunately, Comrade Voroshilov, as we have seen, not all exemplary officers are truly loyal to the Motherland.
Comrade Zhukov, the Japanese Imperial Army has suddenly invaded our ally, the Mongolian People's Republic. They started out with some border clashes, but now they are trying to grab territory.
It is our sacred duty to protect our socialist Mongol brothers. We must teach these Japanese militarists a harsh lesson.
Comrade Zhukov, I order you to travel to Mongolia at once. Inspect our troops there. Take over operational command if necessary.
It is an honor, Comrade Voroshilov.
Good luck, comrade. I will be waiting for some good news for a change.
I also will be waiting for reports of your diligent and loyal service to the Motherland, Comrade Zhukov. Ready? Aim! Fire! You will sign the confession, Rokossovsky, or next time we shoot you for real.
Save your breath, comrade. I won't betray my fellow officers.
We shall see, comrade. Take him back to his cell.
Comrade Zhukov, several days ago, the Japanese have invaded the Mongolian People's Republic. With a special order, Comrade Stalin has appointed
Comrade People's Commissar for Defense.
The Japanese are attacking from the puppet state Manchukuo. They have violated the Mongolian border and occupied a single bridgehead we have on the eastern riverbank. Fighting is severe, but our boys are holding.
Do not forget, our bridgehead is under very serious pressure. Intelligence collected by my agents.
Thank you for the information, Comrade People's Commissar of State Security.
The first reinforcements will arrive tomorrow. But for now, you will have to kill the enemy with the forces you have. Our bridge...
Just point the gun towards the enemy.
Anti-tank gun, ready for duty.
Your forces are comprised of both core and non-core units. Core unit strength indicator is green and round shaped, and for non-core units it is yellow and hexagon shaped. Non-core units are allocated for one mission only, while the core units will accompany you throughout the campaign. You'll be able to level them up and provide them with new equipment. These units are the ones which should be under your primary protection.
For the Motherland!
Infantry, form up. Squad, we've got to kill.
Ammunition and fuel icons next to unit strength will allow you to quickly get important information about it. If the unit is still able to move during the current turn, the canister icon will be green. If it can no longer move, the icon will be gray. Likewise, the ammunition icon shows whether the unit has attacked this turn. If the unit is low on ammunition or fuel, the corresponding icon is yellow. It becomes red once the unit has run out of it completely.
Stalin's tank killers have arrived.
Prepare to move out.
Infantry is good for assaulting the enemy positions after the artillery and air bombardment. It is also the best unit for storming cities, mountains, forests, and well-entrenched positions. A well-entrenched infantry is a tough target for the enemy assault.
Geez, I hope there are no hills in the way.
Infantry, form up.
Your reinforcements, Comrade Zhukov, as requested. I can't.
Thank you, Comrade People's Commission.
Tank crew awaiting orders. Firing the heavy caliber.
Anti-tank artillery is effective against tanks and other hard targets. Your best tactic when using anti-tank artillery is to position it next to your other forces to provide them with fire support versus attacks from enemy tanks.
You've been erased. Taking a new position.
Anti-tank gun awaiting orders.
This unit has heavy equipment. Units with heavy equipment cannot move if they do not have ground transport. Additionally, they cannot board air transport and can only disembark from naval transport at a seaport.
Swift and deadly. Oh, I see you.
Reconnaissance is extremely important in an offensive, since it provides you with full intelligence information regarding the presence of enemy forces, thus making your attack more effective. A reconnaissance unit can move several times per turn, as long as it has move points left. Once the reconnaissance unit notices the enemy, it automatically stops and then can move again. If an enemy surrenders to your reconnaissance unit, it gains full information about all the enemy units nearby.